So hello students. So today we will discuss about the database query using SQL. Basically we will cover up the part aggregate functions grouped by having an order by clause. Okay, so let us begin our discussion. Now aggregate function. Aggregate, the term means as a combined of some value, means some multiple value, get combinations of some value, means aggregate, okay, together. So aggregate functions works on group of rows rather than single row. So to get certain data from a group of row, after processing certain group of rows or record, we use basically the aggregate functions. So why we use the aggregate functions? Mainly in some companies, they are more interested in getting the maximum or minimum or average value of some data rather than certain individual record. So in that case, we basically use the functions, aggregate functions. Okay, if you are using SQLs. Now these functions are use certain range of record, process the record and give you the output rather than the single row functions like the len functions which works on one record. Then you have the you have the date functions, then you have your round functions. These are all single row functions which works on a single record at a time, but aggregate functions works on multiple record. Okay, now when we will use the aggregate functions, we may use certain keywords. Two keywords which we commonly use are distinct and all. We may not use this keyword also, but sometimes they are used. Okay, now what is the use of distinct? When we are processing certain records, certain group of records, if we have duplicate records, okay, at the time in the range of the record we have certain duplicate values of the record. In that case, if you want to process using only a single value of the duplicate record, means only a single copy of the duplicate record, we will use the distinct keyword. But if you want to consider all the duplicate values also, then we will use the keyword all. Okay, so distinct causes group function to consider only distinct value of the argument expression. Argument means the value which is used for doing the processing. Okay, and all causes a group function to consider all values including the duplicates also. So let us discuss some of the aggregate functions. So these are some of the aggregate functions according to the CBSE class 12 syllabus. Okay, so we will just discuss one by one. But first function is the max functions. So max, as a name suggests, that it is used for finding the maximum value from a range of record. Okay, so today we will do certain practical works with it also. So this is my SQL. So first of all, I have to use one database. So what are the database I have in here? Let me see. For that I will use the command show databases. So as you know, MySQL is not a case sensitive. You can use capital letter also, small letter also. It will assume the same thing. So these are the databases. See, information schema, MySQL and test are the inbuilt database which is already there in MySQL. This database, the company underscore ABC, I have created. Okay, now I will use this database. Use company underscore ABC. Okay, database change means you have entered inside this database. Now I have to create one table inside the database. Already I have created one table. So how to create a table, how to create a database, how to insert value in a table, we have already discussed in our previous classes. But after completion of this whole syllabus of MySQL, we will again do one revision class where I will again go in details about all these commands. Okay, so let us see how many tables I have in my database. So for that, what command I will write? So tables. So this table I have already created. Employee. To see the structure of the table, what command I will write? Describe EMPL. So this is the structure of the table. It is showing the field name. This is the data types. Null means You can have null value or not. Here all the values are null. I have not used any constraint here. I have not used any primary key also here. Default means they can also use the default value. They can null. Okay, if I don't enter anything, then it will take the default value as null. Okay, and I have already entered certain values here. To see what are the values here, I have to write the command select. So for every MySQL command where you want to view certain record, you have to start with the keyword select. Okay, select, then I will write star. Star means all. Okay, select star from the table name. So from which table? Employee, EMPL. Then after every MySQL command, you have to use the syntax semicolon. So these are the values which I have already entered. Okay. Now let us begin our discussion of aggregate function. So these are employee numbers. These are the employee names. What are the jobs they are doing. These are the manager of this particular employee. Means these numbers are from this number only. Means 8902. Where is 8902? See, 8902 means Fakir is the manager of Smith. Okay, this is the hire date when they has been hired in the company. These are the salary, these are the commission, and this is the department number. Okay, so let us begin our discussion here. So first function was max. So if I want to see the maximum salary from the this company is giving, what is the maximum salary this company is giving to the employee? So we will use the function max. So again, to start every SQL command where you want to display certain data, we have to use the keyword select. Select star. Okay, not select star. Select what I want to display the maximum salary. So max. Okay. Then what I will write? What salary? Okay, max salary from which table? Employee. See, I have not used here any distinct or all, because it is just giving you the maximum value. Okay, maximum is the single value. Even you have duplicate value of the maximum, we will give you a single record. Okay, so here maximum. Okay, now if I want to display this maximum salary, here in the output is showing the max salary, it is not looking good. I can give a alias name for that. For this, what I have to write? Select this one as maximum salary. It is showing maximum salary as the output here. Okay. So let us similarly for the min function, if you want to see the minimum salary, what I have to write? Similarly, instead of this max, what I will write here? Min. Okay. And here instead of maximum, I am writing here minimum. Minimum salary. See, this is the function. This is just used for maximum is used for finding the maximum value. The minimum is used for finding the minimum value. Okay. So now the next function is sum. Sum also implies that it is used for finding the sum total of some value. Okay. So its same. Its syntax is sum. Syntax is sum. Okay, and it returns what it returns? It returns the sum of the values in a given column or expression. Okay, now let us do it practically. What I will want to do? Okay, if I want to find the sum total of the salary given by the company to all the employees together. So for that, what I will write? Select sum salary from the table employee. So this is the sum total of the salary. Okay. Now instead of this salary, if I want to find the commission, okay, sum total of the commission, similarly we can write select sum commission from employee. So they will not include the null values here, only the whatever value you have. Similarly, as I have mentioned here before, you can use the alias name also. So sum you can write as total commission. Okay, can hear? Okay, so the next function is the average. So what the average function do? Average also some distinct or all. So it will find the average value from a given range. So for that, again what we will do? You will write a function. If you want to find the average salary of all the employee, you will write a function select average AVG, okay, salary as average salary from employee. So this is giving the average salary of the employee. Okay. Now see here. Okay, let us see the values again. Select salary. See average salary. It is considering all the salaries here. If I don't want to repeat the same value, in that case, what? Okay, one thing I forgot to tell you. When you don't mention the keyword distinct of all, by default it takes the keyword all, means it is used for taking all the duplicate values also. But here we have certain duplicate values or not. We have 1250. See, for the salary of set you have 1250. For the salary of Momin, it is also 1250. So it is just actually for the average all the things should be taken together. But if I want to consider only a single record of from one salary, for that what I will do, instead of this one, here salary is equal. First of all, I will show you the average salary is this one. If I use the average instead of this salary, if I use here distinct, okay, distinct salary, you will get a different value here. See, you value here, because but it is actually not the correct result here, because average salary you have to consider all the values. But to show you the difference between the distinct and all, if you don't mention anything, by default it will take all, and if you want to take only the single value from a duplicate records, we have to use the keyword distinct. So from here only 1250 once it is taken, twice it is not taken. Okay, that's why the average value has come there different. Okay, so the next function is count. So count, what the count function do? There are two types of count. One is count distinct, either you will use distinct or all, returns a number of not null rows in the query. It will give you the output how many rows are there in the query excluding the not null values. Okay, and if we use count star, means it is used for counting how many records are there in the query or in the group of the records which is passed as an argument in the query, including the null values also. Okay, here it is not null, sorry, here it is not null values, but here including the null values also. So let us see here. For example, you want to find the how many jobs are there. Okay, so if I write here select count is a function, then if I write here job from employee. Okay, so how many jobs you are getting? 14. But actually there are 14 jobs or what? See, clerk 1, salesman 1, again salesman. So basically there are 14 records, but job is not 14. How many job you have? Because they are counting here 14 because they are taking the duplicate values also. Okay, so to find the distinct value, what we have to write here? Select count, then you have to use distinct keyword, distinct. Okay, so and see how many jobs you have? 5. See, clerk 1, 2 salesman, then 2, 3, then again manager 3, 4, then one another is an analyst is 5. Okay, now if you use the term, as I have told you, if you don't use any keyword, then it will take by default the all keyword. Means always it is taking all the values. Same thing like the first which we have done, select count job from employee. It will have the same value. See here 40, 40. Okay. Now if I want to see here, if I want to find the commission, now count how many commissions are here. So right here select how many commission data you have. Select count commission from employee. It will find how many data are there in the commission field. So 4. So select count commission 4 because it is counting on 1, 2, 3 and it is 4. 4 means 0 value is also taking into consideration. Okay, means the first one which I have mentioned here, if you use count, if you don't use the word distinct or all, it will return some numbers of not null rows in the query. So not null. So not null, there is all the values are you don't have any duplicate values here, so they are counting all the values here. If you even if you write select this distinct com also, you will get here 4. If you use select com also, you will get here 4 only because all the values are distinct only. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are not counting the null values. Okay, but if I want to count the null values also from a group of record, for that I have to use the operator star instead of any value. Okay, so select count star from employee. It is counting all the values from the employee. Basically this is used not for a particular field at the time. It is used to count the total numbers of record in a particular table. Okay, so this 14. Okay, understood? So these are all about the aggregate functions. Now when we use these aggregate functions, we may sometimes have to group certain records at a time. See here in my employee table, if I want to find the salary in the group salary of all the jobs, means how much salary all the clerks are getting, how much salary all the salesmen are getting, I have to group the jobs according to their designation or not. Okay, so for that we have to use certain clause. Okay, that we will discuss here about the clause which is used in the aggregate functions. So the first clause which we are discussing here is the group by. So this clause combines all those records that have identical values in a particular field or group of field. So if you see the job field here, certain jobs are similar. Clerk, you have how many clerks are? So all the clerks will be grouped together. All the salesman job will be grouped together. All the manager group jobs will be grouped together. So like this, if you have similar records from a field, these similar records are grouped together, and from this group we use certain aggregate function to get some data. Okay, for example, if you want to, so they are used with select function to divide a table into groups and execute the aggregate function. So let us see about this query. You have select job count employee number from employee group by job. Now what is the meaning of this query? What is the meaning of this query? It will select a job. Okay, then it will count, means for a particular job how many employees are working. Okay, and group by job. Group by means, if let us see practically here, you will understand. So if I write here select, if I want to select job comma then count employee number. Okay, count. You can count employee name also, employee number also, employee number from the table name employee. So what you are getting? See, only one value you are getting, clerk and 14. So what about the other jobs? So you are not getting the correct data here, right? So for that we have to group the tables or group the record into certain way so that we can get the correct data. For that we will use how we will write the query. So select job, count employee number from employee, then based on what? Based on the grouping of job. So you will use the clause group by what? Job. Okay, now see the result. See, analyst, here you having two employees are working as an analyst, clerk, 4 employees are working, like this you are getting. Okay, understood I think. So group by, if now for example, if I want to display the salary of the employee according means the how much salary all the employees are getting. Okay, so the amount of salary. If I write the query, select e-name, then salary from employee. So what you are getting? See, all of these are the values individual employees are getting. But I want to see the how much salary each and every employee, means what is the salary amount you are means the company is giving to the employee. Okay, so for that what I will write here, select salary from employee. You can also let us see, select e-name, comma, salary from employee, group by salary. So what you are getting here, 1250. So basically 1250 who is getting set, and 1250 again someone is getting morning, but only set name is coming here, morning. 1250 only set name is coming, a morning name is not coming. Basically we are not like this query is not actually the logically it is not correct. But if you want to display, for example, instead of e-name, if I have to write salary, so these are the amount the company is giving to each and every employee. Some amount, sometimes 2 or more employees getting the same amount. So this is basically the amount which they are giving. Okay, so like for this type of things we have to use the group by clause. So we have nested group also. So what do you mean by nested group? When group by clause, we can create groups within groups, and such type of group is called nested groups. Means first of all we will make one group, and from that group we are making another group. Okay, so the order of the grouping will be determined how we arrange or how we have written the field name, in what order we have written the field name. So let us look at the query. Select department number, job, count employee number from employee, group by department number and jobs. Now what is the meaning of this query? Select it will display the department number, then it will display the job, count employee number. Means with department number how many jobs are there, and they will count how many employees are working in a particular job in a particular department. So first of all they will group according to the department number, then they will group according to the job. So one by one we will do here. See, if I write the command select, so let us just first of all display and you will understand here. So this is mainly the main table. Now if I display the record, select department number, comma, job, comma, count employee number. You can write employee name also, it will just count the numbers of employee. Okay, from employee. Department number. Okay, sorry, it should be DPT. So what we are getting? We are getting only for the department number 20 and job is clerk and 14. Basic, the same thing is happening with where we have just used about the job and the employee name just before we have discussed there. But if I want to display only department number with jobs from employee. So these are the department numbers. Okay, 20, 30, clerk, salesman. Okay, and these are the job. Now if I want to see for each and every department how many jobs are there, so what you will do, select department number comma job from employee group by department number. So what is the meaning of this query? For each and every group of the department, how many jobs are there? Okay, for the department number 10, you have the president. Department number 20, oh sorry, instead of this job, you have to write count job. Count. It will count how many jobs are there. Okay. So in department number 10, you have 3 jobs. Let us see. So 1, 2, 3. So one first is manager. Then you have another is the another manager is there. One is president. Another manager is there. Another clerk is there. So for each and every department, how many jobs are there? Okay. Now if I want to find for each and every department and for each and every jobs. Now in these 3 jobs are there. These jobs, how many employees are there? Okay, so we have to write a query, select department number, then it will also select jobs also, then comma count employee number from employee group by department number, then comma job. Means first of all it will group the department number, then it will group the job. So you see the output here. See, first of all they are grouping the department number 10, 10, 10. First here you have got 10, 3. For 10, 1, 1, 2, 3 similar records. 10 clerk. Clerk have how many employees? 1. Again 10 is the same. These 3 manager 1, president 1. For the second one 20, 20, 20. In the list you have 2, clerk again you have 2, and like this. So they are grouping the department number first, then job. So as we have written group by department number, then job. Okay. So I think you have understood now about the group by nested group. So this is an example of nested group by. Okay. So nested group by means one group inside another group. Here we have grouped the department number, and this under this group we are again grouping the job. Means in the clerk group, in the department number 10 group, you have the clerk. How many clerks are there? How many jobs are there in one department? 3. 1, 2, 3. For the department number 10, it is 3. For the clerk, how many employees are there? Okay. So if this type of query comes, we have to make a nested group. Okay. Now having. Now what do you mean by having? Now if we have to give certain condition or restriction in the group by aggregate functions, then we have to use the clause having. As we generally use the clause where, okay, in the simple SQL query to give any type of restriction or condition. Here if we want to use the group by clause in an aggregate function, we have to use having keyword. Okay, so let us discuss with the help of some of the SQL queries. Okay, first SQL query, what it is written here: select job, average salary, sum of the salary from employee, group by job, having job equals to salesman. So see what they are doing. First of all, they are selecting the job. Then for each and every job, they are finding group average salary, sum of salary, group by job, means they are just grouping the job. For each and every job, what is the average salary the company is giving, what is the sum of the salary they are giving. Okay, but only for the job salesman. But if I don't use the having clause, it will just show for all the jobs, including the clerical jobs, the salesman jobs, MLS job. But here, if I want to give the condition only for the salesman, we have to use the condition using the clause having. Okay, so let us do it practically. What they are reading, what they have written here: select job. Okay, then average salary. Okay, sum of the salary. Okay, from which table? Employee table. How they will find out? By grouping the jobs together. Group by job. Now simply if you write this query, what you will get here? Okay, for the job analyst, the average salary is this one, the sum of salary is this one. For the clerk, this is the average salary you are giving to all the employees. Now, but for this, if I want to display only for the salesman, I have to use the restriction clause here. So the restriction clause is the having clause. Okay, for the simple SQL query, we basically use the where clause, but here we will use the having. So group by job, then having job equal to salesman. We are using this quotation because it is the constant word, it is written as salesman. Okay, so semicolon. So it is showing only for the salesman. Okay, if I want to display for the salesman, or if I want to display only for the clerk, so this is just showing for the clerk. Okay, so what? So let the second query is select job count from employee, group by job, having count star is less than 3. So they want to find for a particular job how many employees are there, means what is the total number of employee for each and every job. But they want to display only for the employee, which is only the total employee, which is either equal to 3 or less than 3. Okay, so let us see here. Select job, comma, count star from employee. Okay, group by job. If we simply write this one, so for each and every job, how many employees are there? Okay, but I want to display only the total as which is either 3 or less than 3, not more than that. Okay, what means the query is want to find the name of the job whose number of employees either equal to 3 or less than 3. Okay, so for that, here I have to give the condition. These are simply the same. Then I have to give the condition having count star is less equal to 3. So why I am using all these things? Because here it is showing, the first example showing that the having clause can be used with an equal to. It can just use for showing you the true or false value. Either it is clerk, if it is true then it will give you the value. If it is not there then it will not give you value. Here certain mathematical operations also we can do using the having clause. Okay, so here just it is showing the value which is equal to 3 or less than 3. Okay, so what is the next query? Select department number, then average commission, average salary from employee, group by department number, having average commission is greater than 750 and average salary is greater than 2000. So they are showing certain value between the aggregate functions and certain this type of query also, where we are using the AND keyword. Okay, so let us do these functions also, do this query also. So select, here asking select department number, average. Okay, select department number, average commission, comma, average salary, comma, okay, from employee group by department number, from employee group by department number. So they are just want to find the average commission and average salary of each department, because if we use the group by clause for the department, for each department what is the average salary and what is the average commission there the company is providing. Okay, but they have another condition is that, what is the condition? But having average commission should be greater than 750 and average salary should be greater than 2000. They want to display only for those record. So let us just see what is the record for this. Okay, here I have used one comma here, that's why it's showing error. So this is for this department, the average commission is null and average salary is this one. Okay, but I want to display only for the data where the average salary is, just give me a average commission is greater than 750, average salary is greater than 2000. Average salary is greater than 750, average salary here 750. If I write this query, it's same thing, having average commission is greater than 750 and average salary is greater than 2000. Is there any record where the average salary is greater than average commission greater than 750? No. Average salary is greater than 2000. Yes. And when if we use the term and, means what the condition should be satisfied to get you the data. Okay. So you will get here no empty set. But if I use, instead of and, if I use or, means either of the two, either the average salary is greater than 750 or the average salary is greater than 2000, then you will get the value. So if I use the term or, okay, average salary is 750 okay, it's not working. But if I use the term average salary is greater than 500 value you have, okay, and average salary is greater than 2000, and 2000, okay, 5000 and 2000, it is not there. But if I write the query as average salary is greater than 500 and average commission is greater than 500 and average salary is greater than 1000, you have the query there 1000. Okay, you have the record for this one, it is satisfying. So these are the conditions which you are using with the group by clause. Okay, now the next one is select department number, job, average salary from employee. So group GRO. So here some printing mistake is there. It should be group by. Okay, group by department number, job, having job in clerk and salesman. Okay, so first here you have nested group. So what they are doing, one by one we will do. Select department number, job and average salary from employee. Here we want to find the department number, job and average salary first. So select department number, job, average salary. Okay, average salary from employee group by department number, job, from average salary from employee group. One by one we will do. Okay, group by department number. If you do, we have done before also. Let us see again. You are getting, means you are getting the department number and the job also and average salary for each and every department. But here you are getting a wrong data. Means for the department number you have job precedent. You have for the department number 10 you have other jobs also. So here you are not getting the correct data. So if you have like this, you have to give the nested group. So for this, group by department number, first of all they will group according to department. Then from the department they will group according to the job. Means for each and every department, how many jobs are there, and for each jobs what is the average salary. So first of all they will group according to the department number, then comma job. Okay, so you are getting this one, but your query is not up to this much. Okay, what it is, having job in clerk and salesman. Till now you are getting all the values for all the jobs, but I want to display only the record whose job is clerk and salesman, not the all the records. I want to display the department numbers whose job is either clerk and salesman, and what is their average salary. So for that, what I have to do, here I have to give the condition using the having clause. Having job, this is the either a job in what? Job in clerk or salesman. Having job in either clerk, comma, and salesman. Okay. Oh, clerk spelling, I think I have written wrong. Clerk, RK. So that's why they are not considering clerk. Okay. See, only the clerk and salesman. So for the department number 10, one clerk is there. So this is the average salary. Again for department number 20, some one clerk is there. How many clerks are there depend their salary. Department number 30 also they have clerk, this their average salary, and department number 30 they have the salesman. But in department number 10 and 20 you don't have the salesman. That's why they are not getting any value here. Okay. So let us see about department number we have 30 na? Department number 30, do you have any clerk there? No. Department number 30 you have one clerk here, but department number 30, yes. Department number 10, 20 you don't have any salesman here. 20 you don't have any salesman. Okay, so I think you have understood now. So the last query is select department number, job, sum of the salary from the employee group by department number. Again job, having sum of salary between 3,000 and 7,000. Here same thing, here the condition is different. Here you have to display only the sum of the salary. Okay, here you are finding the average salary. Here you are finding average salary. Here you want to find the sum salary, and whose salary is in between 3,000 7,000, means including the value 3,000 7,000. So here what I will write here, same query, select department number, job. Here instead of average salary it is sum of the salary from employee, then group by department number, job, having, if I write up to this much only, what will happen? See, group by department number and job. So basically these are the values. This is sum of all the clerks here, sum of all the managers here for each and every department. But I want to display only the value of the sum whose value is from in the range of 3,000 to 7,000. Okay, so for here I have to write with the having clause, having sum of salary between 3000 and between keyword is used to find the query in the range between these two values. Okay, so you are getting, see, only in the range of values which is greater than 3000 and less than 7000. Okay, you are getting the right value here. Okay, so the next topic is order by. So order by is used for arranging the data in certain order. Means after doing your processing or after executing any SQL command, if you want to display the record in certain order, then we use the close order by. So there are two types of ordering. You all of you know about ascending and descending. Okay, so if you want to arrange in the ascending order, we will use the if you don't use any keyword also, by default it will use ascending. Even and if you use also keyword keyword ASC, then it will be arranged in the ascending order. And if you want to display in the descending order, means from the bigger to smaller, then we have to use the keyword descending, means sort from is DSC. Okay, so if you write the select star from employee order by employee number. Now look at here. If I write select star from employee, so it is just displaying all the employees here. Okay, but if I want to display in certain order, means in the ascending order. Okay, so I will write here order by what? Order by the employee number from smaller to bigger. Okay, so it is always, it was from the beginning from the smaller to bigger. Now if I want to display in the descending order, means from the bigger to smaller, as I have not used any keyword here, ascend, it is by default it is using ascending. So for displaying the descending, I have to use the keyword DESC. Okay, so it is displaying from the bigger to smaller. Okay, similarly we can use with the salary. For example, from employee order by, if I use order by salary, means it will arrange in an ascending order of the salary. Okay, from smallest salary to the biggest salary. So see here, smallest is 800. Okay, so accordingly it is arranged like this. It's a very simple form. So there are different types of order by clause. So order on multiple columns. So multiple columns, for example, here you look at this query, select star from employee, order by department number and employee number. Okay, DSC, department number and employee number. Now one by one I will explain here. Select star from employee. Okay, order by department number. So star order by department number. Okay, so order by department number means what? You will get the result here. So it is arranged according to the ascending order of the department. So all the 10, 10, 10 are arranged like this. Okay, but what is the query here? Order by department number, then employee number. First of all, it has arranged the department number 10, 10, 10. But in the employee number, it is 8934, 8882. Means first of all, it will arrange the department number. In the department number, again they will arrange the employee number. Okay, so department number, comma, if I write here employee number. So for a department, you have the employee number 8839. First of all, it's the smallest employee number, then 8882, then 8934. So the employee number is arranged according also from the smallest to the biggest number. But if I want to arrange the employee number from the biggest to the smallest number, okay, so for that I have to use the DESC. So mind it, this DESC is for the employee, means the department number. After department number, I have not used any type of keyword here, means it is arranged according to ascending order. But after employee number, I have used DESC, means it is the employee number is arranged in the descending order. Department number is the ascending order, employee number descending order. But if I want to add, okay, let me show you first. So the department number is arranged in the ascending order, 10, then 20, then 30. In each and every department, the employee number are arranged in the ascending order. Now, if I want to arrange the department number also in the descending and the employee number also in the descending, what I have to use? Department number DSC, employee number DSC. Okay. So see, 30, 30, 30 like this here arranged. Okay, I think you have understood here. Next, specifying custom sort order. So if I want to arrange certain things not only on the basis of their values or the basis of the how the alphabetic order, but on the basis of certain name or certain job, I can use the order by clause using this type of query, like select from employee order by the field job. The first the job field, whatever field you have, according to the order which you have written here. First of all, it will arrange the president, then manager, and list like this. Okay, so we can use here select employee from start from employee order by job. Here order by job. Sorry, order by, we have to write order by the field. In bracket you have to write this. Syntax is little bit different. See, select start from employee order by, then you have to use the keyword field. In which field? Job. Means basically we can use two or more field also. The job, then give a comma here. First of all, what is the first value of the job you want to display? President. Then you want to display what's the manager. Okay. Manager. Salesman. Okay, I have not used any quotation. Quotation. Okay. Error is there. Select star from employee order by field job president manager. Double quotation. I have to use a single quotation here. So this arrange according. So see, first the president, then the manager's values, then analyst, how I have written here, the order which I have written here. Okay, fine. Just go through the videos once again, and if you find any difficulty, you just give me your comment in my comment box. Okay, thank you.